Hey guys! It's really funny. I'm broadcasting to you live from my hair salon. That's why I look like this. I'm getting my hair done! And I'm doing that at the salon. It's hilarious. I'm talking kind of quietly because I don't want the people around me to think that I'm completely crazy. Just partially crazy. So we're going to get into lesson 18. And we're going to be multiplying decimals, and it's going to be great. We're going to do it in 3 different ways. 3. First way, we're going to do it in fraction form. Second way, we're going to be multiplying in unit form. And then our third way, we're going to do it in kind of tricky form. I'm just gonna name it tricky form because there's a bit of a trick. But you guys like tricks, so I know it's going to be a lot of work, but I want you guys to fully understand how to multiply decimals and what it means to multiply a decimal, and then really just understand and start to continue to process that fractions and decimals are the same thing. They're just portions of numbers that are smaller than 1 or can be larger than 1. They're just represented in different ways. We can very easily convert 1/10, 1/10 into a decimal. You guys know what 1/10 looks like in decimal form. It's just a dot and a 1. So just continue to understand that you guys can go from fraction land to decimal land very easily. There isn't a very firm border between them. So that's what we're really going to be doing in the rest of this module. It's just kind of bouncing from fraction land to decimal land because you guys are awesome and you're able to do it, and you're 5th graders embracing the Eureka curriculum. Please know that other 5th graders not doing Eureka curriculum would be absolutely appalled, terrified, petrified of the thought of bouncing between fraction land and decimal land. And to be quite honest, and no offense, 5th graders that are not doing Eureka math, 5th graders can sometimes get even like a little scared with the thought of a fraction. Or like, wait, decimal? No, I'm hiding. I'm not coming to school if you're doing decimals. You guys are not afraid of decimals. You guys ain't afraid of fractions either. You're not even afraid of your math teacher at this hair salon. So let's do this. It's going to be great. Here goes nothing. Okay, guys, we are going to work, hopefully my pen's going to work here, here in C. We're going to be multiplying these fractions, as you guys know, but here we're going to be doing it in 2 forms. We're going to do fraction form, which looks like this here, and then unit form, where we actually rename our fractions as units, okay? So that's what those 2 are going to look like. I'm going to just go ahead and make some room for us to do that. Zoom up. I just wanted you to get your eyes on what that it actually looks like before we start working. Okay, so here we go. So we have 6.6 times 2.8. Remember, we're going to do fraction form first and then unit form, so I'll just divide this space. And this is going to be fraction form. So 6.6 as a fraction is going to look like 66 over something times 28 over something. So 6.6. Let's think about what that looks like on a place value chart. 6.6. We can rename 6.6 as 66 tenths. Awesome. Let's think about what 2.8 looks like on a place value chart. And yes, I'm still at my hair salon, that's why you hear the music in the background. 2.8 on the place value chart can be renamed as 28 tenths. We can rename it as 28 tenths and 66 tenths because wherever our final digit is, that is the lucky place value that can name the entire number. So 6, 6. The 6 is our last digit here, So this place value, you guys know, is tenths. So tenths gets the lucky privilege of naming the whole number. 2.8. 8 is in the tenths place value. You guys know that's the tenths place value. So tenths is very lucky because he or she, we'll say she, we'll make that feminine for now, can rename that entire number just as tenths. Keep in mind though, you guys, if we were going to continue this place value chart, and if I was just feeling silly and I wanted to put a 0 there, we can then rename this entire number as 660 hundredths. If I wanted to put a 0 here, we can rename this entire number as 280 hundredths, because that's the digit in the place value that's furthest to the right. So this can go on and on and on and on and on and on. But we don't have time for that. Let's multiply. Okay, so now we've renamed this decimal multiplication as fractions. We have 66 tenths. Remember, we looked at that up here. And we have 28 tenths. So you guys know how to multiply fractions. We have 60. This is why we worked on multiplying fractions. What am I trying to say? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the highlighting going on in front of me. We invested so much time multiplying fractions because that set us up for success for this moment. So we multiply the numerators together, 66 times 28, and then we multiply the denominators together, 10 times 10. And then we just have to do the grunt work. So let's figure out 66 times 28 over here. 6 times 8 is 48, my favorite multiplication expression. 6 times 8 is 48 again, woohoo! And then 4 plus 48 is 52. I'm going to try to do this without making errors because I am very distracted right now. Focus, Mrs. Calories. 2 times 6 is 12, awesome. And then 2 times 6 is 12 again. Here, plus 1 is 13. 8 plus 0 is 8. Then we have a 4 and an 8 and a 1. Wow, that's a gigantic numerator. 1, 8, 4, 8 is our numerator. And then 10 times 10, thank goodness we can do that pretty easily, is 100. So now we have 1,848 over 100. Let's put this back in decimal form. We're going to do that by putting this on a place value chart. Let's put I'm not sure how many place values we're going to need. Let's start with that. So let's put 1,800. Oh darn. 1,800. Oh, that's eraser time. Let's start over. Sorry guys, bear with me. Okay. Let's try that again, Mrs. Calamaris. We're just trying to put 1,848 on our place value chart. So we have 1,848. There's our decimal. Okay, so you guys know that anything over a fraction can be rewritten as division. So 1,848 over 100, you guys know, is the same as 1,848 divided by 100. When we divide something by a number, we're going to go this way on the place value chart because it's going to get smaller. We did this in module 1. And then when we divide this by 100, we have 1, 2 zeros here. We're going to shift each place value to the right twice. We're going to shift each of these numbers 2 times to the right because we have 2 zeros here. So that means that 8 is going to go 1, 2 here. I'm getting some looks, you guys. Some people walking near me, walking around me, looking at me with a side eye, thinking, what in the world is that lady doing? I'm doing math, people, okay? It's fine. Okay. So when we shift each of these digits over to the right two place values, we get 18.48. And that should be our final answer there. Cool? Okay, so now we've done that in fraction form. Let's do it in unit form. I'm just gonna erase this so we have some more room. Ding 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 ding. Okay. So we have 66. This one's gonna go a little bit faster because we've kind of already done some work. So 66, you guys, we've already talked about how that's 66 tenths. And then, I'm sorry, 6.6 is 66 tenths. 2.8 is 28 tenths. So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 66 by 28. 66 tenths, that is, by 28 tenths. So 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 4 is 52. 2 times 6, or 20 times 6, don't forget to put your 0, 2 times 6 is 12, and then we carry our 1, 2 times 6 is 12 again, plus 1 is 13, so now we just add them up. We have 8, we have 4, we have 8, we have 1, so what we have here are 1,848 tenths times tenths are hundredths. Okay, so let's slap that on. Actually, I think I can. I'm going to just erase this stuff up here, you guys, so I can draw another place value chart. Let's look at what 1,848 hundredths looks like on the place value chart. And then so we have okay, so we have tenths, and then we have hundredths. So we have 8. Ooh, slow song. Remember what I told you guys about the last digit? Wherever our last digit is, that's how we're going to name that number. So we have 1,848 hundredths. And look, we have the same number here and here. That's very exciting. So 1,848 hundredths is equal to 18.48. So we've done the problem in fraction form and unit form, and hey guys, we are going to do one more problem. I'm back at home, by the way, for those of you that are keeping track of my location during this video. We are going to do, so now instead of background music, you're going to hear background children. Oh, Georgie's coming. Are you coming to help me? Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you're helping. So we're going to do one problem, 3 different ways. Oh, that's Georgie's new excited sound there. You're welcome, baby. We're going to do it 3 different ways. We're going to do it the fraction way, unit way, and then something I'm calling the hashtag extra way. I was calling it the tricky way in my intro, but I'm going to officially change that to the hashtag extra way. See if we can start a sensation. So we'll get to that way in for our final piece here. So let's look at, is he okay? Let's look at the fraction way. So fraction way is taking out the decimal and doing 831 over something times, taking out the decimal, 24 over something. The over something is determined by how we can rename that number as a fraction. So if we put if we put 8.31 on the place value chart, I think I called this a number line, sorry. If we put that on the place value chart, remember our last digit determines how we rename this. So this is 831, this is tenths, and this is hundredths. So 831 hundredths, or 831 over 100. Times 2.4. Okay, so let's see what that looks like on our place value chart. We're going to look at where our last digit is, and we're going to use that last digit's place value to rename the whole number. So that's 24 tenths. Okay, very cool. So now we just have to do the multiplying. So we need 800. You guys know how to multiply fractions. So we do the numerators first. So it's 831 times 24 up top. And then we have 100 times 10 on the bottom. Okay. So first order of business, we need to multiply 831 by 24. Georgie, the idea of this is very exciting to Georgie. So we have 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 8 is 32 plus 1 is 33. So let's go on our second line. We're going to put down our 0 because this isn't a 2, it's a 20. Anything that ends in 0 when we're multiplying is going to end in a 0. So well, and we're also 20 is in our tens place value. So everything is going to result. No, let's just, I don't know where I'm going with that. 20, anything that we multiply by 20 is going to end in a 0. I'm going to stick with that story. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 3, 6. Isn't this fun? 2 times 8, 16. Sorry, place value chart. I'm kind of interfering with your dance space. Georgie! George! Now we just need to add them up. 4. We have 4. We have a 9. We have a 9. We have a 1. Holy mullets. A lot of numbers. We have a 1, 9, 9, 4, 4. Okay, and then 100 times 10. More Mia. Oh, you finished your pancakes? Good job, buddy. Okay, honey, you're going to have to hold on 1 second. Let me finish this problem, and then I get it for you. Okay, baby? You just ate 6. Did you just eat 6 pancakes? Cal? And then, so 100 times 10. It's just going to be a 1. Well, because we know 1 times 1 is 1. And then we just need 1, 2, 3 zeros because we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So our answer is, holy moly, 19,944 thousandths. That's a lot. Let's convert that into a decimal. The way we would do that is I'm going to erase. Actually, we'll do it over here and we'll erase. We're going to slap that gigantic number onto a place value chart that we can make in a snap right here. 30 seconds. Okay, so let's put 19,940. Oh! How long for the pancakes? I thought you were asking how much longer for this video. How many did you make? I would do 15 more. 15 seconds more. This is what being a parent at my house sounds like, you guys. I'm sorry that it's so loud. Okay, so we have 19,944. We're going to... Come here. You have to stop. Why are you doing that? It's really fun. Watch this. It's really cool. I'm going to show Cal how smart you guys are. So these kids can basically divide this gigantic number by 1,000 in their heads. How did they do it, Cal? Well, we see that there's 3 zeros in 1,000. Honey, you have to stop. It's okay. There's 3 zeros in 1,000, so that means that each digit is going to each, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pause. I'll pick up. Okay guys, sorry about that. I think we have everyone relatively under control. So we're looking at 19,944. We're dividing it by 1,000, so each digit is going to shift 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So this 4 is going to go 1, 2, 3. It's going to go here, which means this 4 is going to go 1, 2, 3 right here. So I've got a 4. I've got a 4. This 9 is going to hop 1, 3 spots. It's going to land right here. This 9 is going to hop 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. It's going to land right here. And then you can see the 1 is going to end up right there. So 19,944 divided by 1,000 is 19.94. Very cool. Okay, so now let's look at that in unit form. We'll just erase this. Okay, so unit form means, oh, that's funny. Unit form means that we are going to rename each of these numbers as their units. And it's actually great that we did this work over here because that's half the battle. So 8.31 is really 800, let's look back at the place value chart, is really 831 hundredths. Okay, and then 2.4 is really 24 tenths. So we're just going to multiply those numbers together. So we're just going to multiply 831 by 24. We've done that already, so that's some more good news. So we know 831 times 24 is 19,944. And then hundredths times tenths, well, we did that already. We did 100 times 10 already. We know that's 1,000. So hundredths times tenths is thousands. So we have 19,944 thousandths. Let's transfer that into decimal form. Oh, Georgie is just so excited. So we've got 19,944 on our place value chart. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. We have 19,000. Let's move. We don't want that decimal there because we want 19,944. We want this last digit to end up in the thousandths place value. So that means that our decimal actually is going to have to go right here because we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So 19,944 thousandths is equal to, you see it right there in the place value chart, 19.944, or just 19.94. So we are in good shape because this number and this number are the same. So we're going to use one more form. We're going to use our hashtag extra form. And it's actually a very interesting method to multiply decimals. So we're just going to write out the multiplication problem first. So we have 8.31 times 2.4. Just going to set it up. We're going to multiply, we're going to, Georgie. Oh, I was right, sorry. We're going to multiply this number by 100. We're going to multiply 8.31 by 100, and here's why. If we put 8.31 on a place value chart, and we multiply it by 100, each of these digits is going to move to the left 2 place values, which means the 8 is going to be here, the 3 is going to go here, and the 1 is going to go here. So when we multiply 8.31 by 100, it turns into 831. When we multiply, sorry, this decimal, 2.4, we're going to multiply 2.4 times 10. When we multiply 2.4 by 10, these digits are going to shift one place value to the left, and 2.4 is going to turn into 24. So now again we find ourselves multiplying 831 times 24. Well, we know that 831 times 24 is 19,944. What we're trying to do is obviously find the answer to this problem, but we're doing it in the hashtag extra way. We're doing it in a pretty advanced way. So we have this number. I multiplied 8.31 by 100, and then we multiplied 2.4 times 10. Now we have to undo that. So let's divide 19,944 by 100. Let's divide it by 100. When we divide 19,944 by 100, we're going to get the digits. I'm not even going to do this on the place value chart. You just imagine these digits now shifting that away. 2 place values, which is essentially going to move our decimal point from here to here. So 19,944 divided by 100 is 199.44. But now we have to undo this that we did at the beginning. We have to undo our multiplication by 10. So now let's divide 199.44. I'm going to write it this way. Let's divide that. Why isn't that showing up? Divide it by 10. 199.44. Let's do it like this again. When we divide 199.44 by 10, it's going to shift, the digits are going to shift to the right one more time, just one place value because there's only 1 0 and 10, and the digits are then going to fall into this really nice number, 19.94. It's a really nice number because it's the same as this one and that one. So now we've done this brilliant multiplication problem in 3 different ways. Can you see? What I was trying to say is that it's a really nice number because it's the same as our first 2 answers. And, oh, you sweet baby. Cal's still sick, so that's why he's being so crappy. So just to review, our 3 forms that we used are fraction form. Cal, can you count? Fraction form. And then unit form. And then our extra form. So we will practice these tomorrow, and they're going to be so much fun. I'm really sorry for the screaming and crying children. Can you say sorry? Can you say something funny? Can you say, maybe sing Jingle Bells real quick? Yeah, that's Jingle Bells, guys. Can you maybe tell the kids what an elephant says? No. Okay, we're losing them. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.